What up, YouTube? So, coaches, there is an art to persuasive communication in DMs, and I think you need to know it, and you need to learn it, and you need to practice it, and you need to get the reps in so that you can book more calls through DMs. It's not as simple as just getting somebody into your DMs, whatever way you do it, and then saying, let's jump on a call. And then the person books a call, and then they jump on the call and show up, and then you close them into a program, right? I wish it was that easy. It's not. So what we're going to do is break down, I think there's 4 stages to booking calls through DMs, and there's a couple of ground rules that we need to follow when we're doing it. So let's get into it. I'm not in my bathroom. This is actually my office, although some people say it looks like I'm in a bathroom. Okay, so let's get into iPad and let's see what we can come up with and these 4 stages and the ground rules to help you book more calls through DMs. So we're not going to go through how to get people into your DMs. That's going to be a completely different video, and that's a complete minefield, and there's so many different ways of doing it. What we will go through is what to do when they're actually in there. So first of all, there would be a couple of ground rules. So let's say that this are your ground rules, okay? This is what you need to do first to make sure that you're actually following the rules. I'm not one for rules at all, but there is a couple of rules here. First rule is going to be to empathize. Empathize with their situation. If they're actually telling you something that's like about them and stuff that they're insecure about, empathize with it. Don't just be like, cool, let's book a call. You have to empathize with their situation. Don't be a robot. Don't have no personality. If someone's telling you something that they're actually insecure about, or you're dealing with their emotions, empathize with the situation. Let them know that you actually hear what they're saying. That's what this whole thing is about. People need to feel heard before they're ever going to book a call with you. That's the same as rule 2. Recognize what they are saying to you. Same thing. It's empathizing, but it's actually recognizing what they say to you. And number 3, very important, is always finish with a question. Don't be silly. Don't just put a blanket statement out there and expect someone to come back to you. This has to be a two-way thing, and it's on you to make sure that they're responding to you. So you have to finish with a question, okay? And what you can also do to make that even better is whatever you're saying to them, let's say in that first message, where you're recognizing what they say. Let's say this is the little speech bubble where you're saying something. Use your question in a different speech bubble. Okay? So put in that little speech bubble what your actual question is. So something like, is that the same for you? Question mark. Okay? The reason we do that is if you have a wall of text, which you don't really want, break up your messages anyway, but you want the last message, which will be the one that'll pop up in their messages, so they'll only see the last one. You want that to be a question. And if it's something like, is that the same for you? In their head, they're thinking, is what the same for me? And they're going to click your message to open it. Okay, so it increases your open rates and actually increases your responses, obviously, because of the question. What now are the 4 stages that we see in terms of getting the call booked through the DMs? Okay, so let's do the first one. Let's do it as like a funnel. Okay, so we're funneling people all the way down from DMs into booking. So 4 stages. This first stage is what we will call getting comfortable. So again, you don't want to be a robot. You're a real person, and the person is only going to book a call with you if they actually vibe with you a little bit. So you have to get comfortable a little bit with this person. You have to make them comfortable. So how are we going to do that? First of all, we're going to say hello. We're going to acknowledge the actions that they've just taken. So thanks for XYZ. Thanks for following. So you recognize that this is a new follower. Thanks for following. If they've commented on a post, thanks for commenting on that post. Thanks for your interest in XYZ. Thanks for going through this. Thanks for downloading my ebook. Whatever. Recognize what they've just done. That's 1. 2 is compliment them. Very cool profile picture. I see on your profile that you were in the Grand Canyon recently. I was there. Amazing place, right? Just literally getting comfortable and complimented them. Very cool profile. Looks like you travel a lot. Beautiful kids. I bet they keep you busy. And then number 3 in stage 1 is, you guessed it, ask a question. And beautiful kids, do they keep you real busy? Beautiful kids, do they keep you on your toes? I see you play sports in high school. Are you still doing that? Whatever. Pick something from the profile and ask them a question about it, but compliment them on it first. So that's stage 1, okay? Then we're going to have stage 2, because that's how numbers work. Stage 2, I call getting uncomfortable. So now we're getting uncomfortable. So we've gotten them comfy, they're vibing with us, we've complimented them, we're actually a real person. Now we're going to have to start getting uncomfortable a little bit because people will buy out of pain. So we're going to have to bring up a little bit of pain here. So 3 stages to getting uncomfortable also. Number one, acknowledge what they said. Same as what we've already been doing. Number two is establish your expertise. So show that you actually know what you're speaking about here. And number three, finish with a question. That's getting uncomfortable. So again, if you're speaking about something like their family that you've just mentioned in the getting comfortable stage, you can say things like, absolutely, right, managing a family in a busy schedule whilst trying to stay in shape or make time for workouts can be super difficult. Have you found anything to work for you, or how often are you actually getting to work out? So you could say, if you're speaking about their family, it could be like, look, absolutely, balancing a family in a busy schedule and work can be super difficult to actually find time to work out or keep your own health as a priority. A lot of the clients that come to me struggle with the same thing. It's really one of the things we help people with the most. Have you found anything that works for you, or how often are you actually even getting to work out at the moment? So we've acknowledged what they've said, we've built a little bit of expertise because you're saying about all these clients that you have, and then you've finished with a question. Now, remember, these two stages can go on for quite a while. Right? It's not just those two messages I said. This can be a conversation that goes back and forth and back and forth. So then we have stage number 3. That's begin booking. So now we're going to actually start transitioning into booking the call. So when we're beginning the booking, again, there's probably 4 stages to this. So 1, same as before, acknowledge what they said. So again, you're constantly relating it back to what they're actually telling you, showing that you're listening. Number 2 here is use their goals. So you will have had this conversation about what they're actually looking to achieve while you're getting comfortable or getting uncomfortable. Number 3 on this is what you do, X without Y. So you want to position what you do relating to their goals and how you help people get to those goals, similar goals that this lead has, and how you do it in a different way. So you actually do it by, not putting them on restrictive diets and not having to spend a whole lot of time in the gym and having workouts that are actually super easy and they only take 30 minutes. Something X without Y, and it's what you do related to them. So if they said they're looking to lose 20 pounds, it's like, great. Actually, we have a lot of people that come to us looking to lose 20 pounds. What we do is we actually put them on this without them having to this and this. What is number 4, right? Who am I speaking to? Nobody, because it's just me. But number 4 is ask a question. And that's your beginning of the booking stage. And then we have number 4, which is the booking, which is a slightly different stage. What we want to do here is we actually want to ask for permission to book the call. So we don't just want to assume it, we want to ask the permission, because what we want this to be is a collaborative booking of a call. It needs to be a good idea for you and a good idea for them. So we ask for permission. And then when you go to book the call, there's 2 ways of doing it really. One is you send them the link for them to book their own call, or you agree a date and a time that they're suitable and you go and book the call yourself on your calendar as if it was them. Now you may have some form related to your calendar that you want them to fill out. If that's the case, maybe you send them the link. Or if you think they're hot and you actually don't need them to fill that information now because you've figured out all the information from the DM, go and book the call yourself. Why? Because you will get a higher booking rate because you control it. You're not sending a link and then following up and then just trying to get people to book their calls and you're constantly being like, hey, did you find the time? And you're this annoying person. Sometimes it's necessary, but that would be the 4 stages of actually booking a call, plus the 3 rules. Empathize, recognize what they said, and always finish with a question. Follow that, and you should be absolutely fine in terms of booking your calls. If you like this, I'm posting videos pretty much weekly, tips about how you can actually grow your coaching business. Other than that, have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one.